guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today I'm doing a 1920s inspired look for you. I was invited to a Gatsby themed party, so this is where I wore this look to. The first thing that I did for my eyes is I took this black gel liner by Maybelline and I put it on my eyelid just up to the crease so that it acts as a base for the black eyeshadow that I'm going to put on top of it. That way I don't have to layer up the eyeshadow so much and it looks a little bit darker. The next thing I'm going to do is take a piece of sticky tape and I'm going to place it from the corner of my eye up to the bottom of my eyebrow so that it can act as a barrier and I can make a really defined shape. So I'm just going to take some black eyeshadow and place that on top, and then I'm going to blend it out. The next thing that I'm doing is taking the color Bitten by Makeup Geek, and I'm going to be placing that just above where I placed the black in my crease and a little bit above my crease. You guys can see exactly where I'm placing that there. And I'm just putting that in windshield wiper motions just to place the color, and then I'm going to blend that out with the blending brush. Blend out the color Bitten, I'm taking the color Creme Brulee, also by Makeup Geek, and I'm just going to put that on my blending brush and blend the color out so that it has a nice gradient and it doesn't look too harsh. After I'm done blending that out, I'm then going to go back in again and layer all three of those colors. Back with the black, then back with Bitten, and then back with Creme Brulee until the colors are dark enough and defined enough, just being perfect to my liking. When you're doing such a smoky look like this, blending is super important. You don't want anything to look too harsh and too intense in certain areas. You want everything to be very smooth. So what I'm going to do now is I'm taking the color Vanilla Bean, also again by Makeup Geek, and I'm putting that on my brow bone just so that it's light at the top of my eye because we are pretty dark on the lower part of our lid. The next thing I'm doing is I'm taking this pigment by Makeup Geek called Insomnia, and I'm literally just placing this in my crease and in my inner corner of my eye, and then I'm placing some more black shadow on top to make sure that it blends nicely, and then I'm going to go in again with the blending brush after I take off my tape and blend everything again. After everything's blended out on our lid, we're going to work on our lower lash line. So the first thing I'm doing is I'm putting some black eyeliner just on my lash line to act as a base for our black eyeshadow, and I'm just blending some black eyeshadow over that to make it super smoky, and then I'm going to go over the black with the color Bitten to match the smoky effect that we have going on in our lids. Because our eyes are already super dark and smoky, I'm only going to be doing my liquid liner from half of my eye. So I'm starting it from the center of my eye and I'm just winging it out very, very, very slightly, and I'm not taking the liner all the way into my tear duct. I'm literally just starting from the center of my eye and winging it out ever so slightly. The next thing we're going to do is line our inner waterline. I'm taking a black pencil on the inner and outer corner and white on the center to make our eyes look super wide and awake. Then I'm just going to be curling my lashes for some lift and topping that off with a coat of my favorite mascara, which is the L'Oreal Telescopic, and then I'm going to pop on some falsies. That step is optional, but I feel like when your eyes are super dark, it kind of hides your eyelashes a little bit, so adding some extra volume with some falsies really helps to make your lashes pop. So now that our eyes are finished, it's on to the face. So I'm just going to be pinning up my hair and then we can begin. The first step I'm going to do is I'm going to prime my face with this Sephora primer, and I'm just putting that all over my face, concentrating it on my T-zone and underneath my eyes. And the first thing that I'm going to do is cover up my red spots and my scars, and I'm taking a green based concealer. This one is by NYX, so that it can cancel out the redness. I'm just placing dots of that on my spots, and I'm going to let that sit as I fill in my eyebrows, and then I'm going to tap those out and then put my foundation on top of it. So that's going to help all the redness disappear. The foundation that I'm using today is the Revlon 24-Hour Color Stay Foundation with my Real Techniques Beauty Sponge, and I am just taking some of that on the back of my hand, and then I'm going to pat that all over my face. And then in order to get an even more flawless look, I'm going to be going over that again with my flat top kabuki F80 by Sigma, just to buff it all into my skin. And just like that, it's magic. All of my redness from my spots have disappeared. So now it's time to highlight and conceal. I am using MAC's Prep+Prime highlight stick in rose something, and I'm just putting that underneath my eyes, down the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, my chin, and just underneath my, well, on the bottom of my jaw basically. Then I'm taking my MAC ProLongwear concealer in NW20 and just tapping that underneath my eyes, and then I'm going to be blending that all out with my Sigma F86 brush. The 1920s, they didn't really have any like prominent contouring going on, so I'm just going to bronze up my face a little bit with this NYC bronzer in Sunny, and I'm just going to be lightly dusting that just on my cheekbones and just around the bridge of my hairline. The bridge of my hairline? That's not a thing. And just down my neck. And then after that, I am taking my Stay Matte powder by Rimmel London in 001 translucent, and I'm just taking that underneath my eyes and in any other areas that I think I'm going to start sweating, just to lock everything into place, but especially under my eyes to lock in that concealer. In the 1920s, they really loved having flushed looking cheeks, so I'm just using my blush from NARS. This one is Orgasm, and I'm just dusting that onto my cheeks and taking it up to my temples kind of with a duo fiber brush. And after that, I'm just going to highlight my face with my brand new shimmer brick by Bobbi Brown in the color Bronze. Then for my lips, I'm just going to line them and fill them in with my NYX liner in Nude Pink, and then I'm going to go over that with a mixture of this Wet n Wild lipstick in 970 and my Revlon lipstick in the color Certainly Red 740. Next for my hair, I had curled my hair from before, and I'm just putting a headband on. This one is by Renette Azizo, and I'm basically just taking my hair and kind of looping it through the headband, and then I'm just kind of pinning everything into place where I feel there needs to be a pin, and then I'm just kind of pulling everything out and making it kind of super messy and kind of trying to fake and imitate that bob style. So after after you guys are done pinning up your hair, you are done. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial and are going to recreate this look. If you do, don't forget to tag me on Instagram or Twitter at eljalbeauty and at Eliana Jalali. I'll make sure to put all my links in the description box below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!